I feel blessed that we're in the cloud version of Accela, not to necessarily, I know that we have a mix of customers that are on, both on-prem and cloud, but, the speed at which we can receive updates to the system now without doing major upgrades and things like that we used to do in the past, that's helpful. It allows us to recognize, value in the system right away, as opposed to having to plan out, major releases of the software.
Velocity profile has changed.
It's tremendous. And it is a very, for some of our existing on-prem systems, it's a very big deal to do just a minor upgrade of the system, kind of all hands on deck. And so, to be able to go through the release notes in the SaaS model and say, hey, we see that this is going to impact this or that or whatever, there might be scripts that we need to take care of ahead of time. It does cut down tremendously on our time to, realize value, I guess is the right way to put it.
Makes complete sense. Brian, let's stick with you just for one moment here. I think there's a natural aspect to this, which is partnering. And 98, you and I have discussed this as well. You have needs. There's necessity in the partnership. There is then what can we do to promote the art of the possible together, et cetera. Brian, if we may, let's turn for a minute more towards the rigor side. I think it's a dream come true for a technology provider to be able to work with organizations like both of yours that codify what's important. You actually organize it and you spell it out, and we can reason through that information together. Would you mind sharing a little bit about your roadmap and how you actually justify that financially?
Yeah. So, in Pinellas County, we've kind of made two strategic decisions. The first one is that we are going to be a cloud-first organization, meaning we want to keep our capital costs to deliver services down to a minimum. But the other thing that we've embarked upon, and this is really over the last 3, 4, 5 years, has been an application modernization effort. And so we published something that we call our application roadmap, and I'll share this out very briefly for the group here. Every year we go and we actually we kind of publish a document that spells out all of the major systems and applications that we use in the county, and, kind of give a profile of what the system does, what the cost of ownership is of the system. And Accela is a big part of this portfolio, obviously. But what we try to do is capture where we're going with every business system in the county, and kind of give it a 5-year roadmap, whether we're going to continue investment in it, whether we're going to upgrade it to something that's different. But as part of that process, we're really trying to go to the strategy of consolidating down. We used to have 170 different business applications in the county, to try to have a department support all of those things with all the different skill sets involved and everything. That's not feasible anymore. So why not consolidate down onto a handful of what we call enterprise platforms that can do multiple business functions for us, but we can support with a smaller team? To me, that's a sustainable model. It gets us to a point where we don't have to worry about every single type of technology skill set, to support our environment. And so that's our strategy, is to continue consolidating to a handful of platforms, use the existing staff and the expertise that they've developed, and really kind of maximize the business impact of those investments that we've made.